Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you being here. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. So for this one, I want to talk about 5 running backs that I'm currently investing in. You may have a different opinion. However, these are just 5 running backs that I believe have really great potential for this upcoming NFL season. So let's go. So the first running back that I'm going to talk about that I'm currently investing in is Saquon Barkley. Some of his accolades over the years: he's already a Pro Bowler. He had an amazing rookie year in which he won Rookie of the Year. Also to note, in that rookie year, he led the NFL in yards from scrimmage, meaning receiving and rushing yards combined. And that's going to be a total of 2,028. So that's remarkable for a running back. Everybody knows last season he suffered that horrific injury. But he's on pace to start this upcoming NFL season. I looked up the update for him, and according to FB Nation, he's in good spirits and he's still working on his recovery to be the number one running back in New York. So I truly believe that he has high potential to be one of the greatest running backs of the NFL, and that's why I am currently investing in him. The next running back that I'm currently investing in that I want to talk about is Dalvin Cook. So his accolades include he's a 2-time Pro Bowler. He was second in rushing, just behind Derrick Henry last season. He also tied for second in rushing touchdowns with 16 last season as well. So he's basically right in line, right up there with the top dogs of the running back core. So I believe that Dalvin, I've seen many games where he can just dodge those defenders and get out of harm's way quick. So he's also on pace to be one of the greatest running backs of all time. He has a great team in Minnesota, and he's another running back that I believe will have a long-lasting impression this season. The next running back that I want to talk about and I'm currently investing is Alvin Kamara. Some of his accolades include he's a 4-time Pro Bowler. In 2017, he was Offensive Rookie of the Year. In 2020, he led in rushing, receiving touchdowns, and he has an impressive career average of 5 yards per carry. So meaning that every time he touches the ball, he averages about 5 yards per carry. So I'm a big fan of Alvin Kamara. Like I said, I'm currently investing in him. I've picked up most of his 2017 Prism Silvers. It's going to be interesting to see the quarterback situation in New Orleans after Drew Brees has retired. But I think either way, it's going to benefit Kamara in the long run, because even if they bring in a experienced or young quarterback, New Orleans likes to use the rushing game, so I believe Kamara will advance that skill level this year. The next running back I want to talk about is Christian McCaffrey. He's a Pro Bowler. In 2019, he led yards from scrimmage, rushing, receiving touchdowns, and touches for rushing, receiving. So when I first heard about Christian McCaffrey, he just came out of nowhere, and my first impression was, is he a running back or wide receiver? I had to actually go to his player profile and stats to see what position he was playing, because he put up the numbers for a good receiving wide receiver and a good rushing running back. So, but I soon found out that he can do both. He can do anything and everything. Now, and also, just like Saquon Barkley, he also had a injury last season. He's also recovering from that injury, and he looks on pace to still play in Carolina. Not sure what they're going to do with Bridgewater. He might have some competition. The NFL draft is coming up, so who knows what's going to happen with that situation as well. But there is no denying that Christian McCaffrey will have an amazing start this season. And just like, in 2019, I believe he's going to put up good numbers for Carolina. and potentially bring Carolina to the playoffs. You know, so Christian McCaffrey is definitely a buy in my view. The last and final running back that I want to talk about, and I'm also currently investing in, is Derrick Henry. This guy is an absolute beast, and he has done an amazing job since coming into the NFL. Some of his accolades since he's been in the NFL: he's a two-time Pro Bowler. He was last season. He was NFL Offensive Player of the Year. Also, last year, he led in rushing yards, rushing touchdowns, and rushing yards per game. This guy's an absolute beast, and he continues to be a beast inside and outside the gym. So most of you probably looked at his videos, and this guy's a huge guy. I mean, I would be scared to even run into this guy or even try to tackle this guy. And I'm sure you've seen videos where he stiff armed a lot of the defensive backs, but he's a scary guy. And I have one little video to show you guys, and I just have to show this video. So let's compare all five running backs. One thing that they have between all of them is age. They are still young and they have a lot of gas in the gas tank. Also, comparing all of them, they've all been to the Pro Bowl. The other thing is each one of them has led in one or two major categories with rushing. So I would say that all of them have really high potential to increase their numbers and to be a potential threat on the field. So my question to you guys is, when it comes to car prices, who do you think is the top dog as far as popularity, as far as price? Can you guess? So for all five running backs, I have ran their rookie card in Prism Silver, PSA 10, and traced it back, just the standard 3 months. Right now, Derrick Henry stands out amongst all of them. His rookie card in 2016, Prism Silver, it seems like he stands out above the rest. Saquon Barkley, he actually, in 3 months, he's only had one sell, which is interesting. And that happened last month. So there's not enough data for him within the 3 months. So it's hard to say if he's right after Derrick Henry as far as popularity with the rookie cards. Christian McCaffrey's 2017 Prism Silver, it looks like it happens to be the next best card. I agree with that. Even if he, as far as popularity and demands, I believe he comes right after Derrick Henry. So I agree with that. So looks like Alvin Kamara and Dalvin Cook, they're actually head-to-head as far as their rookie cards and popularity. It looks like for this PSA 10 Silver, looks like both of them are head-to-head. So I would say it's a tie between them. Now this is all their rookie cards in PSA 10. I have invested. I don't have too much PSA 10s for these individuals. I've actually invested into the PSA 9s. They run a lot cheaper. I ran the PSA 10s because I want you guys to get a glimpse into their popularity as far as being a good, perfect condition card in a PSA 10, if that makes any sense. I have invested into all five players since actually the end of last season. Before that, I've had other cards, but I've been actually heavily invested in all of them since the end of last season. And many of these cards, their prices have not changed. And you know, it's that's there's a good explanation for that. But I believe that towards the near draft time or after the draft, these cards will spike. So I think the best time to buy is right now. If you're going to buy and invest these running backs, I would do it now. I would do it actually before the draft. That is my recommendation. Because, you know, just like the other sports, all the interest and all the hype is building up when the season starts or right before the season starts. So I would say nobody's thinking about football right now. Once the draft happens, that's going to alert everybody like, hey, NFL season's coming up. I should start buying and investing in cards. So you want to be one step ahead. You want to buy now in the off season when nobody's thinking about football. So yeah, this is my recommendation is to buy all these 5 players, all the rookie cards now, whether it be a PSA 10 or PSA 9. So I went ahead and ran the report for Alvin Kamara, Chris McCaffrey, Derrick Henry. I actually ran the report for all 5 of them on this one for the PSA 9 rookie cards. However, as I talked about, Saquon Barkley, he's only had 1 sale in the PSA 10. Dalvin Cook looks like there's no sales in the PSA 9 recently. So these 3 just popped up. I wanted to just show you the prices for PSA 9s. Now, if you have big pockets, yeah, go ahead and purchase a PSA 10. I mean, that's always recommended. I mean, especially if you're heavily invested in these players, yeah, you want to be PSA 10. But for some reason, if you can't afford it, I ran the report for PSA 9s. Right now, you could get Derrick Henry's PSA 9 2016 Prism Silver for between, the last known sale for this one was $230. Prior sale to that was $243. That's actually relatively cheap. But like I said, I believe that after draft time and nearing the season, his prices will spike. For a PSA 9, I think that's a good deal. I think that's a decent deal for his card, but expect his prices to jump over $300 nearing the NFL season. Now, with Christian McCaffrey, his PSA 9, you can get that for, the last sale was $145. Prior sale to that was $147. So I'd say you're going to roughly pay no more than $150 for this PSA 9 Christian McCaffrey's 2017 Prism Silver. That's also cheap, but just like I talked about, you want to buy now before the season starts because this card will actually spike as well. Alvin Kamara's 2017 Prism Silver in a PSA 9. Last known sale is $127. And the prior sale to that was $100. So look to be paying between those prices. Alvin Kamara, for his accolades and his prices, especially just with him, I believe he is underpriced. I believe he's more underpriced than the other ones. So the best time, like I said, not only do you want to invest in him, but you want to pick up his silvers. There's no base Prism cards for silvers at that time. 2017 was just a silver. There was no base cards, but that's actually a good advantage because his silvers take over the base cards. And for $127 and between that price and $100, that is so cheap. Out of all 5 quarterbacks, I've invested in all of them, but Alvin Kamara happens to be my most heavily invested in. I recently picked up 3 or 4 of his Prism Silvers in a PSA 9 for $100 or less. So I've done the same strategy. I ran the charts just like this. I saw the current market value for that card. I compared to all the platforms that I have, and those sales actually came from eBay. eBay happened to be the most, it was below market value. And from those sales, I actually made an offer for all three sales, and the seller took all sellers took them. I think for one of them I had to go back and forth, but pretty much I still got all three cards for below $100 or less. So I made a buy in that, I believe. So yeah. Well, guys, that's the end of my video. I hope you guys all took something from this video. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like, share with your friends. Until next time, have a good day.